Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Rampage, or Runnin'. I am Joey Styles, here with Trini Kwan, and with Elijah Burke. And today on Rampage, or Runnin', we're going to see Alaska here today. And I wonder what she's going to say or do, Joey Styles says. Well, yeah, Trini Kwan said Belasca was involved in a bullshit thing with Godzilla the same way Kevin Owens was in it with Steve Austin. And it did not end very well for Kevin Owens with Steve Austin or even Belasca with Godzilla. No, it did not. That is true. Elijah Burke says, I would like to know how she thinks her match with Godzilla went. So, I know it's been some time, Belasca says. The last time you saw me, I was wrestling and fighting Godzilla, King of the Fiends. Let's be earnest about that. Godzilla didn't get that rank because he was named a king or a kaiser. Someone at Good Time Films or whatever back in 9 between 53 YL when they got a deal with Toho to bring Godzilla out of Dawnland into the other English-speaking world, they decided to do some filming themselves, slap some Stephen Martin things, put some Stephen Martin stuff into it, rename it Godzilla King of the Fiends, and that's just how he got his name. Yeah. I knew going in that I was going to get Godzilla. I thought I had everything under Runnin' lead. Yeah, and so does everyone else who ever fights Godzilla always thinks they got something under Runnin' lead. That always seems to be the lie, right? But I don't care. Alright, so Godzilla gave me his bullshit Godzilla stunner, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Well, I'm done with Godzilla, just like Kevin Owens is done with Steve Austin. And I know there's going to be some folks out there that are going to sob about leave the past alone, leave yesteryear alone, leave background alone. We want to see one ending, we don't want to have another ending. Or whatever that would have been. Well, I'm going to tell you, Belasca says, I've been in the TWF for years. I've been in the TWS since 9 between 99 YL, believe it or not, to be earnest or not. I was one of the very few dolls, Xena dolls, to be bought from Ames back in the day. And I think I've done a lot of things here. I think I did a lot of things. I was a hard-made fighter. I was a TWF team fighter. I was a 2-time TWF heavyweight fighter. Hell, I was a former FWF heavyweight fighter once too, when that was a thing again. But, you know what? Just fuck it, Belasca says, because at the end of the day, I just do not think that I need to go through with any of that ever again. I mean, it's like a one-off. So whoever wants to come out and get beat up, it's alright with me. Well, I couldn't hear wondering, Bobby Lashley goes, you talking about folks getting beat up or something. I mean, you like to run off how great you were and everything. You left out how I came to the TWF in 2007 YL. And how, yeah, sure, yeah, no, get out of here. See, I know that you're like, yeah, I know. I was a former TWF heavyweight fighter too, you know. And I got fucked with many times. Yeah, the whole saga between me and Brock Lesnar, the whole saga between me and Roman Reigns, you know how fun that goes. So the way I look at it, Belasca, you got one or two things. You either take me up on the dare, because what Godzilla did to you is probably nothing compared to what I'm going to do to you. Look, Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley, whatever you want to call yourself, do you think I truly give a shit about you? How did you make this about you? Like, how did that even happen? I mean, I'd like to know, Bobby Lashley. How did you make it all about you? Well, what I did do is I did go and talk with Astronomer, and she told me that it was alright if me and you had a match here today. So let's get Talkable Fight Lord, which he stopped talking months ago, but he can still do it. Well, how about no? And Belasca thought she was going to come after Bobby Lashley. And a body slam, Joey Styles says. Well, Trini Kwan said Belasca said no, but then came after Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley was looking for a fight here today, and it looks like he's going to get it, Trini Kwan says. The former WWE heavyweight fighter, former IW heavyweight fighter, you know, he's bringing the fight, Trini Kwan said. I'll tell you one thing, Elijah Burke says. Bobby Lashley might be a former two-time WWE heavyweight fighter and a four-time IW heavyweight fighter, but he still has not gotten any on-look from me, Elijah Burke says. And well, that's it. Velasquez had enough. Bobby Lashley's coming after her. Well, Elijah Burke says Bobby Lashley's not known for being wise. Because if he was, he wouldn't go after Velasquez. Elijah Burke says. And now Bobby Lashley coming back in. Oh, Velasquez just nailed him from behind once he got back in the ring. See, I told you, Elijah Burke said, he's not wise enough. And a Velasquez stunner to Bobby Lashley, Joey Styles said. Now I can deal with Mikey Riffraff and Disco Inferno doing it. Even Steve Austin doing it. I can even deal with Kevin Owens doing it, but not Velasquez. Velasquez thinks she's going to win, Joey Styles said. Well, she's not, Trini Kwan said. The stunt is on her. The lark's on her. 1, 2, and the stunt's on her. Like I said, Trini Kwan said, it's gathering time, and you're the ditz. Bobby Lashley. He's got the Lashley lock. On Velasquez here. Will she give up, Joey Styles said. No, she will not, Elijah Burke said. I hope she doesn't yield or give in or stop or whatever. No. Here is your winner, Bobby Lashley. So Bobby Lashley has beat Velasquez here today on Rampage or Run-In in a match she probably didn't want to have, Joey Styles said, but ended up doing anyway. Well, I can tell you one thing, Trini Kwan said. Bobby Lashley looking for a fight, looking to shut Velasquez's mouth, and it looks like he did do it. He did shut Velasquez's mouth. Why would he want to do that, Elijah Burke says. Why was it any business of Bobby Lashley to shut Velasquez's mouth? Well, I don't know, Joey Styles. Elijah Burke said he had no business wanting to shut Velasquez's mouth. It wasn't between him and Velasquez. Velasquez had the right to bitch. You know, she has that right. Elijah Burke said she might have that right, but the right on her own time, on her own time, not in the TWF time. Joey Styles says. Well, now we got Jonathan Coachman now, and he's now going to be talking with Velasquez. Well, Velasquez, if you had the right to bitch, you didn't have the right to do it on TWF time. Oh, so now I got to deal with Bobby Lashley, who somehow, some ways got on look like everything he did when he was being overseen by Montel Rotatius Porter and Lana Rusev didn't happen. Like all the shit he didn't do in his 2-4 run in IW didn't happen, right? Well, I'm here to tell you something, Bobby Lashley. I could care less about your beginner background, or your fighting background, or your wrestling background. I don't really care if you were a two-time WWE Wanted Rights fighter, a two-time WWE Interlandal fighter, a two-time ECW heavyweight fighter, a four-time IW heavyweight fighter, a one-time IW King of the Hill fighter, a one-time IW light heavyweight fighter, a two-time WWE heavyweight fighter. I don't care. I had every right to bitch. My business, it had nothing to do with you, Bobby Lashley. So, you think you're so cool because you took Chris Masters' hold and renamed it the Ache Lock. Oh yeah, and before that you were doing a spear like Rhino and Bill Goldberg and Edge. And before that you were doing the Overtaker or the Beater like Farouk Hassan did. But whatever, I don't really care. You started something with me. Well, you started something and I'm going to end it. Well, Velasca feels like she hasn't getting any on-look from anyone. But to get on-look, you got to give on-look. And that's all the time we got here for that's all the time I got. I was talking with Velasca. Back to you, Joey Styles. Well, thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with Bobby Lashley here today on Rampage, or Running. That's all the time we got here for Rampage. I am Joey Styles. For Trini Kwan and Elijah Burke, we hope you like Rampage or Running, and we'll see you tomorrow for Power or Might.